Good afternoon. Today is a wonderful day. Or whatever time you are watching this video. It doesn't matter when you decided to click play, okay? Today, the message is... What's the message? What's the message in the bottle from the genie today? The Prod.Og genie. Maybe I'm being a little cringy. Maybe I'm not being cringy enough for the cringe bingers. Are you a cringe binger? If so, I'm probably not providing enough for you right now. And if you're not, if you're cringe resistant, then I'm probably annoying the hell out of you right now. But the whole point of this video is that I'm letting you know that I'm making my life whatever I'm making it right now. If I'm making it cringy, I'm making it cringy. Okay? This video is about life is what you make it. We hear that all the time, but we do not really digest it.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to relax.
So I need y'all to digest it now. Life is what you make it. Y'all remember that old Hannah Montana? Life's what you make it, so you better make it right. See, I had to hit that note at the end because it was really raspy at the beginning. I just had to let y'all know I can sing. But life is what you make it. And if you are not making your life great, then what are you doing? Period. You're not making it great. That's what you're doing. You don't need to answer that question. I just answered it for you, okay? If you're not out here appreciating where you are standing right now, then you cannot expect to appreciate where you're about to be standing in the next second or two. And from that point on, okay? It is so easy for people to say, be happy, be happy. It's so much more to just saying be happy. In order to be happy, there are certain things that you must do in order to acquire a certain level of happiness within yourself. If you are not taking the necessary time to give yourself time to be by yourself, then you are not going to find that state of peace or that state of mind to where you can put yourself in the position to be happy with where you are. So what I mean by what I'm saying is that if you are so wrapped up in this physical experience that you are going through, and you are not taking the time to appreciate everything that's happening for you, you're probably 9 times out of 10, not contend. Oh my God, just talking and talking. Sorry, 9 times out of 10, you are complaining about what am I saying right now? I think I have so many words that I'm trying to get out that I can't even. Somebody cut this out of the video, please. Oy. So, 9 times out of 10, if you are not complimenting life, you are complaining about life. And if you're complaining about the way your life is going, how do you expect your life to work for you? I really just want to know, like, how? How do you expect life to work for you when you won't even work for life? For real, you got to work for life if you want life to work for you. Ooh, wordplay. This man wordplay sharp, got the machete, flow twisted like the spaghetti I ate on a beat. I know it might sound like I'm rambling right now because this is a low-key ramble. But I want you guys to know that I'm a very serious person about who I am. I'm very serious about who I am, but I like to have fun. And I don't take myself too serious because that's how I create balance in my life, by not being too much of anything. I know how to cut back when needed, okay? When necessary, I cut back. When there's too much cringe, like in that moment that just happened just now, I know how to cut back. And you got to learn how to cut back too with yourself. If you are doing something in your life that you are not happy with, cut back from doing it, period. No matter what it is. If it's spending time with people that don't really appreciate you and that's not valuing you, and you can tell when somebody doesn't value you based off of how they treat you. If somebody really loves you, they're going to treat you with tender love and care. When somebody loves you, they'll be gentle with you. If somebody loves you, they will not speak behind your back. They will only say what they feel about you to your face. Okay? So when you realize that people who love you don't hurt you, not intentionally at least, you have to communicate to people sometimes, you know? If you're not out here communicating and letting people know that you're making me feel not great, sometimes they don't know. Sometimes people don't know what they're doing to you.
Okay, Prod, but yikes, what's that white thing on your lip? Ew.
Just give me a minute. Dang, I'm gonna get it off. You speak up. So, you just gotta be willing to speak up and not be scared. Like, If you're too scared because you think, oh, these people are not going to like me anymore if I speak how I feel. No, you just got to get it together in your mind, organize it, make it great, and then deliver it, okay? You don't want to deliver a nasty message to anybody, no matter who it is, even if it's a bully. Delivering a nasty message to a bully is only going to trigger that bully to want to hurt you more. And the last thing you want to do is get hurt more. And you don't even want to hurt the bully either. Not saying that you're scared of your bullies, because some people try to bully you and you just beat their ass, period. For real. And I had to do that a few times where people tried to bully me, and I just had to let them know that I'm not bullyable. And there will always be people who try to bully you.
Oh my God, who else triggered by that white thing on his lip coming back? Oh my God, comment below.
But if you communicate in a lovely way, if you make your life great by communicating in a more positive way, then people will receive your message in a different way. But don't be scared. There's a difference between being positive and being a pushover, okay? There's a difference between being positive and being a pushover. If somebody, let me give you an example of a scenario that you might be in or that you might not be in, but that could work for somebody. If somebody is disrespecting you and talking to you out of line, there are several ways you can handle that situation. It's up to you to handle it however you feel is the best way for you to handle it in the situation, because nobody can ever speak from your standpoint except for you. So I can't tell you exactly how to handle a bully. I can only give you examples of what I would potentially do. And I'm only ever speaking from my perspective, because that's the only perspective I can speak from is my perspective. And that's the only perspective you can ever speak from is yours. So until you are in somebody else's shoes, you really don't know what's going on with them. But for example, if somebody is bullying you and you just feel the need to do something, the first step, and the reason I just got onto bullying is because a lot of people come to me all the time talking about, I'm getting bullied and people are doing this to me and this. If somebody is doing anything to you that you do not like, let somebody know. Whoever that somebody is, you need to let them know immediately. That's the first person you got to let know that, hey, whatever you're doing right now, I'm not with it. And if they keep doing it, then they don't care about you. From that point on, you have to make other steps. You know, you got to take other precautions now. You got to do something else, because clearly you communicating to them that, hey, me and you were cool, or I didn't have a problem with you, but right now you're overstepping your boundaries with me. You're disrespecting me, and I'm not trying to disrespect you back, but you can only get disrespect back when you disrespect me. So that's something that you can say. Take notes, y'all. Make sure y'all writing this down. So if somebody is coming at you sideways, that doesn't mean you come back at them sideways necessarily, unless that's what you want to do. But in the process of you doing that, in the process of you giving somebody negative energy back for giving you negative energy, it is only going to make the situation a little more tense until you can just release and just communicate in the most confident, positive way. Sorry, I just yelled when I said confident, but I wanted that to stand out, because you have to be confident. You want to be positive, but not a pushover. So that's when the confidence is needed for you to just stand up for yourself and just speak how you feel. It's not okay that you treat people like this, or that you're trying to treat me like this, because I wouldn't do that to you. You see? That's what you could say. That's something that you could say right there. Why are you doing this to me? Because I would not do this to you. And I don't want to have to do that to you. And you can say it in the most gentle way, like probably not as harsh as I just said it. Maybe a little more gentle. Like, hey, what you're doing right now, don't say it too gentle though. You don't want to be, hey, what you're doing right now, I don't think it's okay. I wouldn't do that to you. Because that's only going to make them be like, shut up. Be like, yo, because most people that are bullies are people.
Oh my God, I try to be quiet because I know y'all think I'm bullying him, but why that white thing keep coming up on his lips?
That are getting treated bad at home. So when people are bullying you, that's because they have been bullied. And they think that it's okay for them to keep on spreading that energy. It's not. So you got to stand up confidently. You got to let them know, hey, I see what you're doing right now. Make eye contact with them. Stare at them dead in the face. Let them know, I see what you're doing right now, and it's not cool. I don't want to hurt you. Why are you trying to hurt me? And if they don't have a logical reason and they still try to hurt you, you defend yourself in any way, shape, or form. If that means running, because some people can't fight right now currently, you can learn to fight, but just because you can't fight right now don't mean that you can't learn, okay? But sometimes running is the best way to defend yourself, because sometimes people have weapons and they can really hurt you, and you just don't want to ever put yourself in a position to be hurt. So if you're not a fighter, that's totally fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's telling you to be a fighter. If sometimes using your 2 feet, slapping the ground is fighting, okay? Your 2 feet punching the ground as you take off is fighting. You are fighting for your life to protect yourself because you know that you are not in the position to do anything better at that point other than what you're doing, which is running. So sometimes you have to run, but running is pretty much the last resort. I said that first to let you know that that's the last resort that you want to take, because running away from your problems is only going to lead you to more of them. You're going to only run into more problems trying to run away from a previous problem that you had without solving it. So just make your life better every day. Appreciate who you are. Love yourself. Wake up in the morning and say, I am great. That's not a lie. Wake up in the morning and say, I am capable. That's not a lie. Wake up every day and say, I'm creative and I am creating my reality. That is not a lie. The lie is that you are not, okay? Everything that I just said, if you think that you are not any of that, that's the lie. So stop lying to yourself, or else you're not going to live that life that you want to make so beautiful. Be beautiful in who you are and be better. Be better every moment. Do your best to be your best in every moment. And the only way you can ever be your best is by truly loving yourself and making your life great, by making sure that you are making better decisions and loving yourself more. Peace out, y'all. I love y'all.